Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your weekly show that covers the latest local developments and highlights talents and pioneering initiatives. We have some inspiring guests coming your way this episode, so don't miss out. I'm Bara Abdallah, and this is Bahrain Now. Our upcoming guest is a living proof that our challenges define who we are, and they are here just to make us stronger. Marking the Psoriasis Awareness Month, Besma Kazrouni is here with us tonight to share her inspiring journey while fighting psoriasis her entire life. Let's check out this following report by Zahra Baqir.
Survival can come in different forms and shapes. Besma Kazrouni is a living proof that our hardships and challenges are only here to define us rather than defeating us. A wonderful mother of two who has battled with psoriasis all her life has decided to share her voice and journey through social media, inspiring many others out there to embrace their true selves.
So, welcome back. Joining us here in the studio is Besma Kazrouni. So, good evening.
Good evening, Bara. Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure, and we are so inspired by you. So, before we start, who is Besma Kazrouni?
Besma Kazrouni is a full-time working mom.
Okay.
I have two wonderful kids,
Bless you.
a wonderful husband, a very great supportive family as well. I've had psoriasis for 38 years. I've just had my birthday actually last week.
Ooh, happy birthday.
So I'm 38 now.
Amazing.
Had psoriasis, I guess, since I was 6 months baby, as according to my parents were explaining it to me.
Okay.
So I've lived for psoriasis for 38 years. It's all my life, pretty much.
God. Oh my God. So just hearing the fact that you had it for 38 years, ever since you were like 6 months, and you were like fighting it, coping with it, trying to adapt, but there were like moments, I'm sure, like it was a little bit like challenging. So what was it like? I know it's hard to even answer a question like this, but fighting a journey with psoriasis, I mean, how can you explain that to us? I mean, what is it?
Well, first I have to thank my parents to start with, because they had to raise a child with psoriasis. So my parents always given me a strength, encouragement, acceptancy, love, and support.
Beautiful.
So, and that's what made me grow, and to be a fighter, and never a quitter. I mean, I might sometimes feel down, but you will never see me quit.
Amazing. Amazing. I mean, having supportive family, friends, and a family like that would definitely make it even easier in that sense, I would say.
It does. I mean, I understand some parents, they want to help their children or in different ways. For example, like, because they don't want to see them hurt, it upsets them if someone, gives them a stare or a look or a bully, comments or remarks. So they might tell them, dress something that it might not show your psoriasis. Okay. So that kind of remarks or something might affect a child's self-esteem.
I can only imagine. Yeah.
But my parents did not do that. They did the opposite, complete opposite, and that's how I became a fighter, who I am today, actually.
Which is a very strong person that inspired us and everybody around you. I'm sure of that. It's amazing. I mean, I can feel the vibes right now, to be honest with you. So, of course, with psoriasis being a condition and all of that, it seems you had a different kind of treatment, I would say. You went through something that is more natural, I guess?
Yes. My parents did their research back in the 80s, of course. You have to remember, 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Okay. So after their own research, they decided that they wanted to stick with natural remedies rather than taking any sort of medications. Okay. And as I've grown up, to that, I've continued it myself, and I also did my research, of course, with the instant Googles and
Yeah.
or reading books, libraries, or
Okay.
so I realized that I wanted to continue with this journey myself as well. I prefer to stick with this journey, which is changing my food diet, drinking a lot of water,
Okay.
exercise, sleeping well, meditation, pretty much everything people should do, regardless having a psoriasis or not.
Amazing.
As well, people have to understand things you have to give up on, like when smoking, drinking, caffeine, Red
Okay.
Bull, soft drinks, junk food.
Right.
But as through the journey, I've also realized that vegan actually really helps the most.
Vegan helps.
It does help because one of the biggest, our enemy is gluten, dairy, egg, meat, red meat.
Okay.
So these are our biggest main enemy. And today's society, as well, today's generation,
Yeah.
it's amazing it's amazing how we have this social media. I'm able to connect so many people around the world with living with psoriasis.
Yeah.
For maybe it's a couple of months or a couple of years, and it's became a community that we have our talk, our discussions, and our feelings to discuss. And when I've explained to a lot of people that it's just not, and don't think that the stares or the bully just happens in Bahrain or Khalij,
Wow.
because it's happening all around
It's
the world.
international.
And the struggles are real. People assume it's just a skin problem, and I kept on saying it's not. It's a battle. It's a challenging battle that they go through, other than the skin themselves,
Okay.
and with the society. So one of it is that I remember connecting with one person, chatting with one person, and he was explaining how his psoriasis it wasn't about the skin, it was the constant itch that he was going through,
Yeah.
that he couldn't take it anymore, that he was about to take his own life.
Oh wow.
He went
Wow.
through a very bad mental depression. And some other people can understand that they've lost themselves along the way because of the society and acceptance.
Oh man.
And this is another person in Mexico who spoke to me and told me how the kind of journey he was going through.
That's
So
harsh.
again, I kept on saying it's nothing to do where we are. It is all around the world. And people think, when they see us, they think we're contagious, when we're actually not.
That was powerful. I mean, touching and very inspirational at the same time. Beautiful, to be honest, everything you said right now. And it seems like as you are connecting with the world right now through social media. So you have a blog on Instagram.
Yes, I do.
So, and it's Love My Psoriasis. Tell us more about it.
Well, the whole idea came once I think I was, because I'm an ABA therapist, so
Okay.
it stands for Applied Behavior Analysis. I've studied first my master's in special needs education in London,
Okay.
and then I pursued of studying further, which is ABA, and which I was studying with FIT, Florida Institute of Technology.
Okay.
I've actually just finished pretty much my coursework, and I will be in a couple of months having the qualification of stands for BCABA.
Amazing. Wow.
Very excited
You've
about it.
been pretty busy and active.
Yes, very busy, active, not just as a mother, not just as working, even studying.
Wow.
So it was one time I was in a school, and a lady just stopped me, rather than saying hello, just said, "Oh my God, what's wrong with your hand?" And the person was standing next to me. She works in a school as a principal.
Yes.
So she was shocked she was amazed. Like, she didn't even say hello to me. She went immediately acknowledging my hand. And I thought that was normal, because I've
Okay.
lived with it. But then she gave me the idea, why don't you do an Instagram blog? This is very important to give awareness.
Okay.
And it started off with that. But the reason I also picked the title "Love My Psoriasis," I actually do love my psoriasis. I kept on saying.
Wow, wow. I mean, it's beautiful how you took a challenge and you made that work for you.
Yes.
And that's a mindset that is not easy to be acquired, honestly. So
Yeah.
seeing what you did is love my psoriasis. It's like a dance with your own challenges.
It sounds like it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I keep on telling that I do, and I kept on telling people that psoriasis does not define who I am. I define how I want people to recognize me.
Okay.
People always notice that, oh, because the way I am, they don't realize it. Sometimes my psoriasis. It's the way I've present myself as a character. A lot of that. One of the things is that I do love myself. I do love my skin. I do go through challenges, struggles, as everybody does, you know. But I learned to, have that strength.
Okay.
Every time, and show encouragement. The whole point of this blog is to give a voice for a lot of people with psoriasis. And I think I'm not sure, but as I've researched, I think I'm the only Arab, Bahrainiya or Khalijiya.
Seems like it.
Is not ashamed to make this blog and to show their skin and their psoriasis out there. I do want people with psoriasis to come out and to stop hiding. And I do want the encouragement from the community to give them their love, their support, the encouragement, their understanding, empathy actually. Not sympathy, but empathy.
Empathy.
So people more with psoriasis can come out rather than hiding, because this is a very, very hard struggle for a lot of people they're going through.
So as we are at the Psoriasis Awareness Month, what do you have to say to everybody out there?
My message would be actually is number one is to love yourself. That's the best way to start with. Be whoever you want to be. Have courage. Have that strength. And be a fighter, not a quitter. I understand it's hard. It's hard when you get the stares. I can understand that we want the acceptance. But as you show who you are, people will accept who you are. As a person who you are, not as your psoriasis.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much for the inspirational talk you gave us right here. And thank you so much for being with us here on Bahrain Now.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's our pleasure. So, ladies and gentlemen, to everybody out there, stay strong. And more coming up here on Bahrain Now. There's a story behind every picture. No one can express it better than a photographer himself. Let's watch the following report by our very own Walid Leblouchi.
What I love about photographers, that they have the ability to take any moment and preserve it forever. Just like that, today we have a Bahraini female photographer and filmmaker, international award winner, Samar Amin. Throughout her 10-year career, she has been honored with various international awards from the USA, Spain, and Canada for her photography and filmmaking work.
We've worked with Summer on so many different projects, photo shoots, and also creating films together as well. So we collaborate with Summer, we hire her as an agency. So we've done probably about 50 photo shoots with her. Also with industrial clients here in Bahrain. And we've done crazy things with her as well. We've gone to international waters, filming on humongous vessels. We've also done a lot of events with her where we needed someone to capture the moments, to film and also to photograph different events. I think working with Summer is just an exceptional experience. Because of the person she is, she doesn't show up to a photo shoot just to get the job done. she shows up to do it right. So everything, it's where we're also very compatible with her as an agency, because she's very meticulous. Everything just has to be right, you know, almost like an artist would be about their work.
I particularly like Summer's style of work. I like her work ethics. I like working with her most of the time. Working with her actually makes me learn so much more about photography and composition and lighting. Today we're gonna go into Souk Manama and we're gonna take a couple of photos of Mr. Walid. And what's gonna be unique about this shoot is that we're gonna try different things around the place. We utilize what is our surrounding. So I'm gonna be there, going to be doing behind the scenes for Summer, and also will be assisting on some lighting jobs.
Beautiful stuff. As with us here in the studio herself, it's Samar Amin, founder of Verano Creatives. So, good evening.
Hi,
How are you tonight?
I'm very good, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm good. I mean, photography, it's a beautiful world. So, what got you into it?
Well, it's a long story, but
All right.
basically, I grew up with photography in the house. My father is a doctor, but he
Okay.
loved photography. He even had his own dark room at home. And I have many creative portraits of myself as a child. But the passion really came when I was pregnant with my son. And I wanted special images of him when he was born.
Okay.
And I was searching for a photographer that could capture this. At that time, what I had in mind specifically,
Okay.
although there were great photographers in Bahrain, but I had something very specific in my mind that wasn't available. So I thought, hey, why don't I learn it?
Right?
And I have 9 months to get there. So by the time he was born, I could capture the kind of images I wanted of him. And then friends wanted me to capture the same of their children.
Okay.
And that's how it kind of grew and snowballed into a full career.
Okay, now, I cannot help to keep my curiosity right now out of the fact of that when he said you wanted something specific.
Yes.
What was that thing?
It was just a certain style, a very specific style that was very ethereal, kind of dreamy.
Okay.
Captured the baby, but also it's like capturing the moment, but at the same time, capturing the meaning of the moment.
The
So it's something really bigger, something symbolic. So yeah,
Wow. I mean,
more than just the moment. It's the meaning of it.
you
know?
made photography sound like poetry right now.
I
actually.
really, that's how I see it. I really do. Yeah.
Right, beautiful. I mean, with that, I mean, with your, let's say, depth into photography, that kind of got you to become a teacher or an instructor in different universities,
Yes.
both in Dubai and Bahrain. So
Yeah.
tell us more about that.
Well, I started out my university studies in anthropology and sociology,
Okay.
and then I decided to go into filmmaking. My final bachelor's degree is actually in filmmaking.
Wow.
And it was almost a flip of a coin whether to study filmmaking or photography. I love both.
Okay.
But I just decided at the end of the day, there's probably more in filmmaking I need to learn from a teacher than photography. Not to say that there's not anything to learn. I'm still learning about photography.
Okay.
It's such a deep field.
And ongoing.
But filmmaking is more of a big teamwork effort that you need more support to learn it. So I decided to study filmmaking, but my passion for photography was obviously still there, since it's, you know, maybe 70% of what I do right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you're practicing and you're learning at the same time, and you're managing projects. So how do you balance all of that together?
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting balance because as you grow in your career as a photographer or filmmaker, or probably any other type of artist that provides commercial work, you're always trying to do your best. And it's up to you to decide if that's the level, that's it, or no, I want to learn more. I'm of the I want to learn more party, you know? I always want to get better. Even though clients hire me for my current portfolio and what I can do right now, I want to do better than what I've ever done for them. So I'm continuously trying to improve myself.
Oh, that is amazing, actually. That's like kind of inspirational at the same time. It's like, you know, keep thriving for the best.
Absolutely, and why not? I mean, the world is out there doing great things. Why shouldn't you, a person in Bahrain, reach that level?
True,
Yeah.
true. So with all that being said, how do you plan a shoot?
Right. So I do two types of shoots. The majority of my work at the moment is commercial, and a small part of it is family photography from families that I used to photograph when I first started, and they still come back.
Wow.
And I can't say no to them.
Yes, I know the feeling.
So there are two different approaches. For the commercial photography, it takes a lot of planning. When the client contacts me for a photo shoot or a film shoot, I go quite in depth into who they are as a brand and a company, what they represent, and also more specifically, what's the product or service they want to represent in the photo shoot or film that they're asking me to do. So I research them, and then I speak with them about it. And we plan very well what message we want to transmit through the photographs or video. This goes anywhere from the lighting, the style, the colors, the background, the props. We plan it out A to Z, either completely on my side, or sometimes it's a collaboration with the client, but it's all thought out. Because every shoot is different from the other. It's not copy paste, you know, it's a very much a catered product for the client or other service. So yes, we plan out all of these details, and then the shoot happens.
Amazing. I
Yeah.
mean, because, you know, today in a world where a lot of people feel they can just take an Insta selfie shot or just go get a picture and all that kind of stuff, there is no thought into it. And now you made it sound like there is a research to it, and in all of that planning, because you want to make sure that that moment is captured in the right way. There's a lot of science behind it. It's a lot of work.
Absolutely. It's funny you mentioned the word science. It's science in many terms. I feel like my anthropology and sociology background actually helps a lot, because it's understanding culture and understanding how people view images and how they interpret them and feel about them. There's also the science of color. There's the science of, I mean, photography is basically physics. It's lighting is physics.
Wow.
There's a lot of science that goes into it. I used to teach photography at university, and in one university it was an elective course. So I got the students that used to think that this is, oh, it's an easy course, I'm going to get an easy A. And they get shocked when they get hit with the science.
Because there's physics, man.
Yeah, there's numbers and everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if I will make it as your student, but, you know, I would definitely take a course. I will definitely sign up to your course, that's for sure.
You're more than welcome.
Beautiful. So as from the planning now, tell us about your recent shoot right there.
Yes, this shoot with Walid al-Blushi. So Walid contacted me asking if I would be up for being interviewed by Bahrain TV. Of
Okay.
course, I would be honored, I said.
The honors are all ours.
And as we started talking, we thought, why don't we actually do a shoot ahead of time
Right.
that we can talk about on the interview, and that this is what you see here. So I suggested that we do a shoot in this Bahrain Now Souk.
Okay.
You know, Bab al Bahrain, the
Yes.
entrance of it. Because it's quite an iconic Bahraini location. Everybody knows it.
Wow.
You know, the little shops with all the antique looking things.
Yeah.
So my idea was, why don't we go to the location with a few of my assistants, some lights,
Okay.
and my camera. And we're not going to touch anything. We're not going to move anything per se. We're just going to shoot it as it is, but using lighting and camera angles, transform it into something that's different than what you see when you walk into the shop.
Beautiful.
And
so
yeah,
beautiful.
Walid was quite a good model, I have to say.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
look at that.
Well, how about we bring the model slash very own reporter, presenter, producer, Walid Blushi, step right in. Look at that, man.
Hello.
What can I say?
Yeah?
Is that really me?
Yeah, well,
Absolutely. There's no Photoshop on you,
That's an upgrade.
I promise.
that's an upgrade of you, that's true, actually.
I should not be in Bahrain. I should be in Bollywood or Hollywood.
So true.
I mean,
I have to say, I did many shoots, photo shoots, more than 50, I think. But this was my best photo shoot ever.
right? I mean, there's a message. It's like there's a, like to me right now, you look like a guy who would definitely either one of the mafia movies, that's for sure. I mean, that right now can be a poster for a movie, but there is so much into it. It's like when he said, you know, planning the whole shoot and then going for it, it makes a lot of difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful. And thank you so much for having Walid to be our very own
Thank you very
model.
much. It
Oh
was
my
a
God,
pleasure.
it's my honor, really.
Amazing, amazing. So, in that case, what do you have to say to our beautiful audience?
I would say that I hope that I see many of you soon. I have a new studio space
Okay.
that I'm actually also using as a gallery space for exhibitions, as well as a space for artists to meet,
Okay.
to have workshops, to discuss. I used to curate for Melja, I used to do workshops for
Right.
many places, and we're missing that element a bit right now in Bahrain. And I'm just hoping to add to that. And I want to see many of the artists on the island, hopefully in my studio soon.
All right, of course, we'll be joining you, that's for sure, definitely.
You're
Well,
more than welcome.
Thank you so much for being you. Thank you so much for pursuing your dreams and inspiring us with beautiful captured moments. Really
Thank
appreciate
you
that.
very much.
Really appreciate that. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Right here with us is the beautiful, elegant, and talented Samar Amin, taking place right here with Bahrain Now. Welcome back. The pandemic has given us a little bit of cabin fever, the perfect remedy. A staycation at a luxurious hotel, whether you're looking for fun in the sun or you just want a change of pace, you can rest assured that Bahrain's hotels are doing their bit to keep us relaxed and safe, and of course healthy. More of this report with Khalid Hijras.
The popularity of staycationing at local hotels has risen over the course of the pandemic, so hotel staff are stepping up on the safety to protect their guests.
Hello, my name is Helen. I'm the front desk manager here in Four Seasons Hotel Bahrain Bay, and I hope that I'm going to be one of the first people to welcome you in your next stay. Today, we're going to show you how we keep our guests and ourselves safe during this time. So our job has definitely changed since the pandemic. We have a lot of measures in place to keep ourselves safe. We maintain a safe distance from our guests. We make sure that we sanitize our working area after every guest interaction. We promote our mobile app, which is a Four Seasons initiative where the guests can check in and check out online, and it's a totally contactless way of arriving and departing from the hotel. We also accept benefit pay and all contactless payments to make sure that our guests have a safe and enjoyable stay with us.
Precautionary measures are in place from check-in to check-out for the protection of staff and guests.
My name is Mahmoud, Director of Housekeeping at Four Seasons Hotel Bahrain Bay. And actually my role is just to keep the guests safe and also our employee to be in safe zone during this pandemic of COVID-19. As well, we're going to show you how the Four Seasons Bahrain Bay implementing just to prevent the COVID-19 for our guests and our staff as well. Our room attendant, always are wearing personal protective equipment, which is a mask and as well as gloves, and time to time they're sanitizing their hand and washing their hand frequently. We are providing a safety kit for our guests, which is contain 2 masks and 1 hand sanitizer and antibacterial wipes as well. Part of our daily inspections, we have to use the black light, which we call UV light, to spot and to identify if there is any dust or there is any hidden part cannot be seen by our eyes. So this has been implemented also in Four Seasons Bahrain Bay, just to make sure also our guests feel comfortable and safe all the time. Part of Lead with Care programs, we have identified all the high-touch area, such as TV remote control, also Geneva remote control, and we have implemented plastic cover on it with the Lead with Care sticker, just to make sure that it's secure for the guest to be used, and this is changeable for every single guest. For the guest well-being as well, that all the coffee setup, which is complimentary coffee to be used by the guest, has been sanitized very carefully, and the sticker has been placed on, just to make sure the guests will feel comfortable while using the coffee station area. A part of enhancing our also cleanliness, that every checkout room and pre-arrival to the new guest, that we have used our machine with approved chemical by CDC, just to make sure that sofa and the chair are fully sanitized before the guest use. For the guest safety, the machine has been used only in seating area, not in bedroom, since all our linen has been washed in high temperature also, which is approved by CDC, and to make sure there is no allergy to any guest while are using the bed linen. This is a quick brief for the implementation has been taken at Four Seasons Hotel Bahrain Bay. Enjoy yourself and stay safe.
So be sure to staycation smart. Ask your hotels about their precautionary measures and enjoy your stay.
With everything slowly going back into track, let's check out how people are adapting with the new changes. Let's check out this following report by Mariam Al-Bayati.
With Bahrain gradually but surely going back to normal, malls are taking all the necessary precautions to keep the visitors safe whilst enjoying their time at the mall. Malls are highly committed to providing all visitors a safe and hygienic experience, as all visitors are required to wear a mask and practice social distancing. Along with easy access hand sanitizers available throughout the mall, thermal camera scanners are installed to monitor visitors' temperatures. Have fun and stay safe. Reporting for Bahrain International, I'm Mariam Al-Bayati. Thank you for watching.
This is all for tonight, and I'll be seeing you next week with more updates and interviews. If you have any questions or suggestions, send us a message to our Instagram page or email us on the accounts shown on the screen. Thank you very much. God bless and good night.